Well, folks, it's time to talk about an interesting subject. Butts. Hello, everybody. It's been a while, and that apparently is a thing with me. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But nonetheless, there has been some controversy that's been happening this past couple weeks that has quite honestly been quite ridiculous. And it's not only one side that I find particularly ridiculous, it's another side as well being kind of derpy as well. It's the other side of this whole charade. And it's mainly a war between the SJWs and the SJWs over the most minute thing of all, and that is over a video game character's rear end. Now, obviously, I find that the, things said by the SJWs to be more so derpy, but there's been a lot of derp going on. But nonetheless, if you don't know what I'm talking about, which if you're into gaming news, I would think you would know about this particular controversy at this point, but I will briefly explain about it. The butt controversy is over a Blizzard game known as Overwatch with the character known as Tracer, which is a British, zip zappity zip time individual that can use the power of time to zip places and also reverse time. And she is incredibly skinny, and she wears a yellow jumpsuit and whatnot. And this is the character that this controversy has been particularly about. And thus, what happened was there was this forum post about how a victory pose that, mind you, is optional, offended somebody to the point where apparently, it affect their children, blah, 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 whiny nonsense. And, it's something I've come to expect in any sort of Blizzard forum or any forum, really, where people will bitch about the most asinine and stupid and pathetic things ever to come up with in the mind. So it should have been a post that could have been just simply ignored by Blizzard and a bunch of other people because it was just stupid, since it was optional. It wasn't like it was a mandatory thing. Even then, it's like, this isn't fucking Overwatch, the game where you do poses. No, this is Overwatch, the game where you choose various amounts of, heroes or champions, whatever they choose to call these characters, and battle in a Team Fortress style first-person shooter game, which in my mind sounds exactly great, and it looks great, if I were to be quite honest with you. But nonetheless, obviously that person was bitching about something very stupid and being offended over something stupid. And so one of the Blizzard devs decided to say something that had made it sound like, that they were preaching to the choir of the Fifis, he's, and whatnot, and then after backlash, end up saying that they're going to change the pose anyway. And yeah, it didn't really bode well for Blizzard, because yeah, that is a ridiculous thing to try to do. Like, oh yeah, we don't want to hurt people's feelings. No, it's not like we get a multitude of people who felt like their feelings are hurt because they get wrecked by a warlock in World of Warcraft. No, we don't want that to happen, because even though that happens on a daily fucking basis, I mean, it was ridiculous, and for somebody to get offended on a game like Overwatch, where there's a multitude of characters to choose from, that is overweight, black, X, skinny, fat, whatever the fuck you may think of, they just it's a very mixed variety of characters to play, and to get offended over a game like that is quite frankly ridiculous, if I were to be honest. And Blizzard's response to it was, quite frankly, ridiculous. And it made totalbiscut make a parody video of it with, the monkey character Winston, It made other people make their own videos about it, and it was just ridiculous on Blizzard's part. But then lo and behold, they changed the pose, and well, it looked more sexual. Like, it was like kind of Blizzard going, we care about your fifis, just kidding, lol. Here's a sexier pose that's showing just as much butt. Haha. Because I mean, what else can you do with the characters who has a jumpsuit with a fucking crack coming up out the rear end? Not much. And I mean, Tracer as a character, she's a sexy character, and jumpsuits tend to emphasize those particular regions, including guys. So before the sexist march comes on, that's a thing. Jumpsuits tend to do that. So the rear end and she pretty much has this little circular thing, so, I mean, if you want to complain about the tits, you're kind of, not there since she's skinny anyway, so it's not even there. But, like, yeah, the rear end's going to be defined. And this new pose sort of defined that more. And it was kind of like a lizard. What? And I mean, this new pose definitely more fits with Tracer since she's sort of zippy and energetic and all that stuff. And, one of those poses resembles one of those, old style poses, I think. That was sort of, the zany things going back then, I think. Which is, and that should have been roughly the end of it by at least the anti-SJW side of people, who were like, okay, don't give a shit anymore, still gonna buy this game, blah blah. Well, I can still see the SJWs going, oh, but Blizzard, that's still a butt. I'm upset. Please don't. Please stop. I can see those people still complaining about something stupid. About something they're probably not going to even care to even dive deep into and, do anything about it all anyways. Because they more or less probably aren't even gamers. Who honestly have something like that as a problem with a game that has nothing to do with really poses, that is more of a cosmetic effect, that is optional. But it's the anti-SJWs that sort of still intrigue me about this. And this is why there's two sides to this coin that sort of gives me a damn headache, is because these people will still say they don't want to play a game because they don't like that Blizzard said something like this. Like Blizzard hasn't said stupid shit in the past before and people still play their games. Like, really? I mean, the thing is that nothing was changed. I mean, I can understand if somebody bitched about how Tracer was this and they completely remodeled her because of what idiot people had to say, about a design choice. I can see how maybe people would leave after that because that's a major thing that Blizzard or whomever it may be would have done to compensate over whiners. But what was exactly done here that was in the name of political correctness? Besides that one post by one Blizzard developer that was, ridiculous, admittedly, but they changed the pose to better fit the Tracer character, and it was, quite frankly, more sexual. So, I mean, the thing is, I don't see how these anti-SJWs, anti-social justice warriors, are still throwing a fit about this. It's still a game that still has its, main theme to it. Its political correctness did not change that. It really didn't. People might have think that this game is political correctness in a fucking nutshell because of how diverse it is. But the thing is, they're doing diversity right. It's not like they're just putting this plump Matilda in there saying, oh, I am against misogyny, and, No, they have this, like, this overweight character that is actually, kind of interesting. Just like they have this nerdy girl character that's interesting. They have a bunch of characters from various different backgrounds that are interesting. Like, this game looked, quite frankly, amazing in a lot of regards. Yet, this game is getting people to not play it because of a fucking pose. I don't care if you're an SJW or an anti-SJW. That's stupid. And, it sucks because I would probably more or less call myself an anti-SJW because I am quite sick of political correctness. But I would never stop playing a game over something stupid like this, over something that a Blizzard employee that, was said that was stupid. I wouldn't. And why should any of you? If you're going to play the game initially because, it had a decent concept, of a first-person shooter that had elements of a MOBA and elements of Team Fortress 2 and all these other games to it, You know, if you're interested in playing that, why the fuck would just stupid controversy that did not change anything change that? It shouldn't. It shouldn't change that. Because guess what? I'm still going to play it. You know, I'm disappointed that Blizzard had to go with the political correct angle with the statement. Sure, I am decently disappointed about that. But I can see that Blizzard has put time and effort into this game. They love what they do. And it's great. I'm glad that a game like this is going to be published very soon. You know, because it looks quite frankly amazing. You know, Overwatch looks like a very unique game compared to your Call of Duties or Heroes. You know, it is a game that I like. And I'm going to still buy it, no matter of this stupid, pointless issue that should be fucking downgraded into the dust. And I mean, yeah, this video doesn't exactly help that particular fact. But you know what? It is a pointless issue. You know, it's something that's been done and resolved, and, you know, it's got a different pose. Big whoop. You know. And a few people are going to either not play the game because you're offended over butts, or not play the game because Blizzard did one thing that's politically correct. You're pathetic. You seriously are. Both y'alls. You know, don't care who you are. You're all, you both are pathetic. You know? And yeah. Tell me what you think in the comments section below, and hopefully I'll be making more videos in a timely manner instead of months and months and months and months. 'Cause, yeah, I can see how that can get quite annoying. But nonetheless, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.